One night stay in Taiwan opened up a world of hostility. Fighter jets and naval ships are on the move in the Indo-Pacific, with Beijing now launching military exercises shortly in Taiwanese waters. U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi landed in Taipei on Tuesday during an official tour of Asia. This is just one stop. Taiwan's foreign minister and other officials greeted Pelosi on the tarmac. In a few hours, she'll meet with the president. China views all this as unnecessary. Not only that, it's a major provocation to them, going directly against what Beijing considers its sovereignty over the self-governed island. It led to a tense back and forth between Chinese and American officials.
China has every right to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. We are fully justified to do what we must. The current situation is created purely by the U.S. side.
It's important that the speaker did go to Taiwan. I don't think the Chinese get to tell members of Congress where they can go.
The White House says nothing has changed in the one China policy. It does not support Taiwanese independence, but it also suggested Beijing is using Pelosi's visit as an excuse to increase its military presence along the Taiwan Strait. Here's a look at where they're planning those exercises. This was posted from the Chinese sources to the New York Times. The Biden White House says it is not going to be intimidated and warns it will defend a, quote, free and open Indo-Pacific. Patrick Falk joins us tonight live from Beijing. We have a little bit of a delay here, Patrick, but despite the will she, won't she visit, she went, and not only that, it was well choreographed. Pelosi wanted to seem to make the point democracy is important, and also Beijing, you are not our boss. How was she received?
Well, choreographed, but largely kept under wraps. We weren't sure exactly if she was actually going to arrive in Taipei last night, but when she touched down at Taipei Songshan Airport, she was whisked to her hotel at the Grand Hyatt in Taipei, where she was mobbed by supporters welcoming her. The Taipei 101 Tower, it's a landmark building in Taipei, was also lit up to welcome the U.S. House Speaker. But I should also say that there was a group of pro-unification demonstrators also denouncing her visit. So there are some mixed sentiments, you might say, in Taiwan, even though they are largely supportive of her being there. But all eyes are going to be watching very closely that meeting with President Tsai Ing-wen and that joint statement they're going to be making at around 11 o'clock this morning local time. China has, of course, been angered by the fact she's visiting and has warned of possible countermeasures. Once again, they will also have been riled by that article that she published in the Washington Post saying that America's solidarity with Taiwan's 23 million people is more important today than ever before when the world is facing a choice between autocracy and democracy.
And she's felt this way for a long time. I mean, you think back to 1991, she went to Tiananmen Square and was one of 3 members of a congressional delegation unfurling the banner to talk about people dying there. So she seems that, you know, in the twilight of her speakership, she wanted to go there and make this point. And officials held their breath in the U.S., in China, in Japan, everywhere in the region. Last week, Patrick, Xi Jinping told President Biden the U.S. is playing with fire when it comes to this. Now military drills in Taiwanese territorial waters. How is Beijing responding?
Well, we saw some of the same response yesterday from the foreign ministry, again warning Washington of the sensitivity of the issue and the danger that it might bring. And of course, as you mentioned, the military announced there would be live firing drills off the waters east of Taiwan today, long-range live firing drills these are, and also drills taking place on Thursday, from Thursday, essentially surrounding Taiwan in 6 different locations to demonstrate China's ability to overwhelm the island. And the thing is that President Xi Jinping can't be seen to be weak on this situation, particularly because of the sharp reaction that we've had from Beijing in the build-up to this tour of Asia. And he needs to be seen to be in control for the sake of his credibility.
Yes, which makes sense, except as much of the United States Congress has made the point that they are in control of their own actions. Patrick Falk in Beijing, the stakes are high, clearly. We appreciate it. Thank you. Keep us updated.